David Fairclough and Guy Mowbray.
Breaking records, their best ever Premiership start, but a big ask for Arsenal here against a strong PSV side. The days of grooming them to go are on hold in Eindhoven. Star players Van Bommel, Hofland and Cashman all stayed put in the summer to aid Gus Hiddink's return as coach. All three of them play in a full-strength lineup that also includes 1988 European Cup winner Jan Heinze, 39 and a full month older than David Seaman. The Channel Tunnel has played its part for Arsenal tonight. Dennis Bergkamp is back in his homeland to start his first European away game in over 2 years. Just as importantly, skipper Patrick Vieira returns from domestic suspension to lead the team. Forward, right on cue. Never mind wretched away runs. What about the run from midfield of the Brazilian?
Well, casual play by Boga in the midfield. Slap pass in these early seconds. You can't allow Henry a break like that with his pen there. He'll not get us an easier goal.
A goal that's been timed at 20 seconds. We'll check the record books. Alessandro Del Piero scored a very early goal for Juventus against Manchester United in Champions League past. That may well have broken it. PSV might reply in the meantime. This is Bauma. And that's Cashman. Handball appeals, and handball it is. The goal won't stand. The goal won't stand from Arnold Brugink. Cashman nodded it down for him. He certainly looked to take it on his arm. The arms went aloft from Arsenal, and the referee saw them before Brugink had the ball in the net.
Well, that is the danger from Eindhoven. Good ball in. Nice little nod down by Cashman. Brugink didn't have to handle it. He could have quite easily adjusted his body, I think.
PSV Eindhoven are a side that aren't used to conceding goals. They beat FC Zwolle 3-1 at the weekend in the Dutch League. It was their 5th game and the first goal they've conceded all season. Drew 0-0 at Auxerre in the Champions League game a week ago. This is useful from Romadal. Good ball in! Oh, what an opening! Missed by the normally lethal Cashman.
Well, terrific pace by Ramadal. We know he's going to be a real threat down the right-hand side. He's really wrapped that ball in. Kesman's he's got to score those. Normally he would gobble up chances like that.
And Vieira. Lauren. Martin Keown just had a look. He knew Cashman was somewhere near about. Didn't react quick enough, it seems, and he's pulled up hurt as Martin Keown. As PSV press on regardless. Bauer's attempted cross blocked. Keown is still in the centre circle. And he immediately signalled to the bench that he was in trouble. Something went twang.
Certainly will unsettle Arsenal if Keown has to leave the game. But that's a pull, certainly.
He seemed to know immediately what was amiss. Arsenal do have Pascal Sigan there. Summer signing from Lille as central defensive cover. Ready to make his 4th Arsenal appearance, all as substitute. Can we have any more talking points in these early stages? Bauma. A lucky ricochet back to him. Romadal. Trying to step inside Cole, who did well. Romadal is a very tough cookie to handle.
Extremely pacey. That was a difficult ball for him to take.
And there's offside again. Doesn't matter that Cashman put it in the net. Assistant referees have been quick off the mark so far. And Cashman might talk his way into trouble here.
Well, he has to be watched, Cashman. He plays on the shoulder of the last man. He was offside, no doubt about that, but he's a threat.
Gilberto. Robbed. And Bommel got a footing cleanly. Romadal. Brugink. Now Bauma. Heinze bursting forward with him. Bauma was looking for the centre himself. This is Cashman. Brugink's blocked. No nonsense stuff from Campbell. You can hear the instructions of Pat Rice pretty clearly. Don't get too deep. Straight into Wiltor. PSV want handball. At least the fans do. The players are continuing. Bergel. Brugging. Now Baumer. Flat one. Seagan with a crucial touch. Keshman was ready and waiting to pounce. And Arsenal just for once in a bit of a flap. Laurent playing it straight against Campbell and out for the corner.
Well, it was a vital interception by Seagan because Keshman was prowling. There's good ball in. They did deliver good balls in from the flanks, PSV. But no need for Arsenal to panic. The signs there that Laurent was a little bit anxious.
Seaman has to come and gather this one, and does. Popped it off the head of his own man, Seagan. Bergkamp waited, just had a little look. He knew that Oye was just behind him. Bergel. To Van Pommel. Helped on for Keshman. No flag this time. Mattea Keshman with a chance to level things. And David Seaman to the rescue.
Terrific save by Seaman. Keshman knows he should have done better. No offside on that occasion. The run was perfect. Great delivery as well as the pass. Just took it perhaps a little bit too close to Seaman.
That's Keshman. Cole couldn't get it. That's Romedal. Now Berglund to cross. Seaman stayed back. Keshman with a little deft flick. On another day, that might have found the target.
I think he just got too thin a contact on the ball. It's a great ball in again. And he just flicks at it. It needs to be a slightly heavier contact. But again, that's his threat. Getting in between the two centre-backs. He figured first in the build-up in that move, and then he gets on the end of the cross from Berglund.
Didn't he do well to get ahead of Sol Campbell? Half-time at the Philips Stadium. Arsenal are halfway to laying the bogey thanks to Gilberto just 20 seconds into the match. At the break at the Philips Stadium, it's PSV Eindhoven 0, Arsenal 1. Second half begins at the Philips Stadium, a ground that English clubs traditionally haven't fared too well at. Nottingham Forest, the only team to win here in Europe. That was 2-1 back in the 83-84 season in the UEFA Cup. Glasgow Rangers did pretty well here a couple of seasons ago, though. They did the double over PSV in the Champions League. This is Keshman with the ball in towards Jan Vennegoor of Hesseling. That's going to be a mouthful throughout the evening. David Seaman has looked pretty composed also throughout the evening. Vieira, that's good. That's better. Now Henry, and this is Wiltor. He won't mind having a shot. Waterhouse with a really good save.
It was a great opportunity for Wiltor. Certainly he should have scored there. He had the option to put Leon Ljungberg just inside of him.
Leandro got away from Ljungberg and past Gilberto. A little fall to Brugging. Romedal inside Cole. Little flick with the outside. Campbell had to clear with Vennegoor of Hesseling behind him. Vieira holding off Romedal. Strong arm tactics from Patrick Vieira. And this is Wiltor. Arsenal just sustaining a little bit of, rather, keeping out a little bit of PSV pressure. Henry. Oh, great body movement from Henry. Bergkamp wanted it. He'll have a little word with his strike partner.
Well, he will feel that perhaps Henry should have just pulled the ball back slightly, but Henry superbly beat Neuer, sending him this way and then that way. It was always going to be difficult to beat the goalkeeper at the near post.
David Seaman looking to claim a second successive Champions League clean sheet this season. Beating Borussia Dortmund last week 2-0, it was the Gunners' first clean sheet in this competition in 16 games, and that was something which pleased Arsene Wenger almost as much as the 3 points.
sense now the PSV have made so many tactical switches that they do look disjointed and they don't seem quite the same threat. One or two of the players who were featured very prominently in the first half now are not really in the game.
Here's Lauren. Trying to squeeze it through to Wiltor. Cleared by Oyer. Now Leandro. Back by Kejman. Back came Lauren. Flicked over the top. No flag here against Ljungberg. Ljungberg might go alone. What a finish! A delayed start to the season for Freddie Ljungberg, but is he making up for lost time? His second goal in 3 games, 2 in 2 in the Champions League, 2-0 Arsenal.
Well, that comes in a period where I think where Arsenal were just beginning to take control. I do feel the PSV did look a little bit out of sorts. Super finish with the outside of the right foot, didn't have much of an angle to hit.
Even a summer hip operation couldn't prevent the Ljungberg Express, because he's carrying on where he left off. He's now scored 9 goals in his last 11 Arsenal games. Should be home and dry.
It will be hard to see PSV coming back, because gradually that threat that they posed in the first half has withered, and really Arsenal have controlled the game.
Here's Henry now, and he's got Gilberto with him. Henry held on a bit long, but Gilberto misses the chance to really wrap it up.
Well, the ball should have been played much earlier by Henry. Gilberto was in acres of space. Once they had the opportunity, I thought he might have back-heeled it at one point. It wasn't an easy ball for Gilberto there to put in. The angle had gone and he had the defender closing him down.
It's Ramadan. Wins Cole and Vieira and beating them both. Now he can cross, but Ashley Cole had just recovered in time.
Well, again, good defensive play by Cole. He did his job in the initial phase as he brought Ramadan inside where he had the support of Vieira. Then when Ramadan went back outside, Cole did well to recover.
Benigor of Heslett leapt for it, as did Lucius. Came off Wiltor, and Seaman will be able to gather that one. Arsenal heading for a 5th successive win in all competitions. On the verge of being 10 unbeaten this season, 21 unbeaten going back to last. Oh, and a mistake here. Bergkamp round the keeper. Recovery challenge came in from Oyer. He'll be thinking, I've come all this way by car, I'm at least due a goal.
Well, that's probably Van Bommel's first mistake of the night. It looked to have let Bergkamp in, and really should have scored. Arsenal just letting PSV very much off the hook at the moment.
Berglund, oh, he just sat back as the pass came from Lucius. It wasn't the greatest pass in the world. This is Henry, and Kanu. Back to Henry, waited for it so well. Henry! Game over. It's 3. It's Thierry Henry.
Well, that was like a training session goal. Beautiful play by Arsenal all round. Needed to passing. A little bit of sloppiness by PSV, giving the ball to Arsenal. But really, they broke with style. And certainly it's a goal that Henry deserves. Beautifully delivered ball into Kanu and Ljungberg. Great return by Kanu. The first touch is superb. Gets it out of his feet. And it is a goal that he just deserved.
Kejman. Not going to be his night. 2 disallowed. 2 of 3 good chances missed.
Yeah, he's been very good though, Kejman. He hasn't had the greatest of service in the second half. But you can see why he's so well thought of. PSV for too much longer, I don't think.
It will take a fair amount of cash to shift him when the transfer window reopens. Cost PSV in 2000 a hefty £9 million in Partizan Belgrade. Might be a grand finale from Arsenal now, because Touré's won a free kick here. Thierry Henry, I'm sure, doesn't feel his work is quite done for the evening, although he spurned the chance to shoot. Run down the clock is the order of the evening. We'll talk. Now Henry bursts into life. This is Henry. It's 4. Oh, the trap was set. PSV fell into it, and Arsenal just sprung it.
Well, they did fall into the trap because the pace dropped. He just upped it slightly. He's toyed with them, Henry. That's absolutely magnificent by Henry. Perfectly weighted pass, but the explosiveness by Henry was tremendous. The finish was so simple. 4-0 is a very fair result.
And we are deep into the second minute of stoppage time. The referee checks his watch. Enough is enough. That is how to end a winless run away from home in Europe. Done in style by Arsene Wenger's team. Final score, PSV 0, Arsenal 4.
I'm very impressed by this team. I've said that many times, but it was a difficult game in the second half. Maybe PSV felt that it was very difficult, and they dropped the pace of the game dropped, and then we took over, and we looked always like we could score when you attacked.
Incredible, that early goal. It must have been a surprise even for Arsenal.
Yeah, it was. We expected them to come out very strong and aggressive. They've done that, but after the first goal, and that was just the start we wanted.
Is it one of the best performances in Europe for Arsenal that you've known?
I have to say, yeah. We scored 4 goals. We didn't concede one. You know, even if sometimes I think early in the game they could have scored a goal. You have to be fair.
Team feeling very good about the Champions League prospects in the light of this result?
I think so, because we got a lot of criticism that we have played badly abroad, and I think a lot of players are relieved that we can show that we can play some good football away.
So there's the game from 5 years ago on the left. This is tonight's one on the right. Both kicked off at the same time, as you see there. The clock's running. Both of the goals actually a bit scrappy in the middle of the park. Concern yourself more with the one on the right from now on. Breaks out wide to Thierry Henry, skips past the defender, and you'll see when he fires it across, there's Gilberto. That definitely hits the back of the net before the Del Piero one from 5 years ago. So, yep, unofficially,
Another
Gilberto
record.
has broken another record. Yeah.
We've just heard it's just been confirmed, actually, by UEFA. So it is actually a record for Arsenal. Well done, them. And it set the standard, didn't it, for the whole game? A pulsating, exhilarating performance.
When they attack like they do, there is nothing to touch them. From box to box, Arsenal are just supreme. They really are. They can defend. We know they've got good defenders in their team, but when they go for the opposition, they just rip through teams and are just fantastic to watch.
Sadly, Martin Keown had a hamstring injury taken off after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we understand he'll be out for a few weeks. But it did give you a chance to have a little look at Sigan, didn't it?
And I thought he did very well, Gabby. I've got to say, I mean, he's had to wait quite patiently for his chance so far. But I thought he did very well. This spell of the game actually was PSV's strongest. They were actually pressing quite hard at this point, and he was very prominent. It was a great block again, a controlled clearance there to Ashley Cole. I thought he was very, very good. He does give Arsene Wenger a good option because he's left-sided. It's not something that they've got, and he can pass the ball. I thought he did very well. Not always easy to come into a game. This is the area for me of the game what Arsenal do so well, better than any other team I've seen this season. They press teams really hard. Look, forcing the ball backwards now. Gilberto, now Bergkamp, sideways, not allowing the opposition to probe through them. Now Freddie Ljungberg. It goes back to the goalkeeper. It's classic play away from home in Europe. Defenders getting a breather.
Well, Keown out for 3 weeks, we hear now from Arsenal. Will this performance by Arsenal, which undoubtedly, I mean, you know, we knew the history of not being able to do it away, they've got rid of that now, they can do it. Will this tell the other teams in Europe that they are absolutely serious about
Well, if they needed any reminding, I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they've seen from winning the Premiership last season, this is a special team. If they needed any reminding, they've seen it tonight. PSV are a good side, Gabby.
It's brilliant to see them take that form into Europe that we know they can do week in, week out in the
Absolutely.
Premiership.
I think that everybody will be sitting up and realising that Arsenal are serious contenders to win this tournament.
And where is Robert Pires going to play when he comes back?
Exactly. Whenever he comes back, I mean, Arsene Wenger's going to have some serious problems.